Thank you for participating today. I'm Haruna Daisy. I live in Sonoma, California. I've been making koji the traditional Japanese way at home for several years. And I will introduce my koji making tools today, including my incubation box that I made out of cedar wood. And I will talk about how I like using them. At the end of this video, I will talk about how I prepare my koji as well. I hope this is gonna be helpful and I hope you're gonna enjoy this video. Okay, let's get started. Here are my koji making tools. There is no right or wrong way. I'm sure you have preferences and you can use what your heart wants as alternatives. There's a koji tray that is called koji buta, made out of cedar wood, a Chinese steamer, and a Japanese steamer, steaming cloth, cotton cloth, a tea strainer, a thermometer, a sushioke that I use when I inoculate rice with the koji starter, and some heat mats. I'm gonna show you my steamers first. I have been using a Chinese bamboo steamer because I had it at home. I always like how my steamed rice comes out with the Chinese bamboo steamer. As you may know, the steamed rice texture should be firm on the outside and soft on the inside. The steamed rice doesn't stick to your hands but remains moist inside, and the Chinese steamer ensures that. However, I have to fold the rice 3 or 4 times during steaming. Otherwise, the rice cooks unevenly. At least in my steamer, it doesn't cook evenly. Some parts are dry, while other parts are too moist. Also, I can only prepare about 2 pounds of rice at once. Since I wanted to steam larger quantities of rice, I bought a Japanese wooden steamer called a waseiro, and it's supposed to steam the rice more consistently. It is handmade by Japanese craftsmen and it's made out of hinoki wood that grows natively in Japan. To support and pass on Japanese traditions, I'm excited to use it from now on. I will update you all on how I like this steamer on my Instagram. Okay, let's talk about steaming cloth. I use a tetron. It's made out of polyester fiber, which prevents the rice from sticking to it, and it's easy to use. I used a cotton steaming cloth, but the rice got stuck, and it took me forever to remove the rice from it. So highly recommend tetron. I have 2 different sizes, a 16-inch square and 2 feet square. I use them depending on how much koji I make. I also use the steaming cloth to wrap the rice in after inoculating it with koji spores to keep it warm. Some cotton cloth or towels are required. I use these cotton cloth or towels to wrap the rice. The first layer is tetron and the second layer is cotton. If you use just the tetron, the essential moisture will be removed, so you need a cotton cloth for the second layer. And I forgot to mention about a plastic bag earlier, but I use a plastic bag because here in California, it is usually dry and I don't want my koji to get too dry. As time goes by, you will notice the condensation appearing on the inside of the bag. However, if you have a cotton cloth between the rice and nut, you can prevent the rice from getting wet. I brought these beautiful koji trays from Japan. We call it koji buta in Japanese. They are made out of cedar wood and their size is 18 by 11 by 2 inches. I can make about 6 pounds of koji per tray. Since the wood absorbs moisture, the condensation never appears, and I don't have to worry about the rice getting wet. The gentle cedar aroma transfers from the dry to my koji, and I really enjoy it. Lastly, I will show you my incubation box. I made this out of California red cedar wood. The reason why I use red cedar is because 1. Many Japanese koji makers traditionally use cedar for their murals. 2. The wood absorbs moisture in particular and preferable ways. 3. Cedar wood is antimicrobial. It's a spiritual tree and it's very cleansing. Shinto shrines in Japan are typically surrounded by cedar trees and are also constructed out of them. I also heard koji and beneficial microbacteria live and settle inside the cedar wood. Instead of wiping off the koji on a stainless sheet pan after making it, I wanted to create a home for them. This incubation box is 2 feet by 2 feet by 16 inches, which can fit 5 koji trays inside. We placed 2 wood planks on the bottom to create a space for air circulation between the box and the koji trays. There is also space for a heat source and hot water basins to maintain humidity inside the box. And that's it. Those are my koji making tools, and I will show you how I make koji with them next.